Well, good morning. So it's being reported that Diego Luna is getting his own series on Disney's new streaming platform. So, this news just broke. I think yesterday, The Hollywood Reporter put it out. And, he played a character in Rogue One. And I really, really, really liked his character in Rogue One. Actually, I thought Rogue One was probably one of the best Star Wars films ever made. But here's my issue. Once again, it's going back to the well, okay? But I understand that what Disney's trying to do is also trying to connect to other countries as well. So, Disney is a global company, so you need to have different people for other people in other countries to relate to. You can't just have, a bunch of white people running around in space and not have other cultures. And I get that. That's totally cool. My only issue is that, once again, like when you watch Rogue One, he kind of hints, to Jen Erso, things like, you didn't have to fight like I did. He lost his parents, all this other, I lost everything too, blah, 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 blah. And the thing is, like, you got just enough of his backstory that you felt sympathetic for him and you understand why he was in the new rising rebellion against the Empire. And, he did have to sacrifice and kill people and do different things in order to, along his journey. The problem is, like, now we're going to see a series that explains all that. And, what's wrong with leaving the imagination up to, like, come up with those scenarios in your head? It seems like between the comic books, between the cartoons, the animations, the CGI stuff, it's like fill in a hole, fill in a hole, fill in a hole, make this connect, make that connect, fill in a hole, fill in a hole. Let's do this, put this over here. If somebody had this gun in this scene, then it has to show up over here so that you know how he got that gun, and so on and so on. And this is where I just get frustrated from a storytelling point, because, like, if you spoon feed all the information to everyone, then why even give them an imagination? Like, why, like, kids used to play with the toys. Now, I remember when I was a kid, I played with all the Star Wars toys growing up. And, when you did that, you came up with your own stories and your own things, and, but it's just like this spoon feeding of information. It's like there's a lost art when it comes to storytelling. It's just, but, they have these master plans because, they had gone back and put something, I remember in Rogue One when Jen Erso's going through they're reading off all the plans that's in the computer, but Stardust is, and they're going through all of them, and she says hyperspace tracking and blah, blah. So they already planted the seed in Rogue One, knowing that hyperspeed tracking was going to be a storyline in The Last Jedi. And, you don't mind some of those things, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, they're just, why do we have to constantly spoon feed information to the audience? I think that's what's frustrating me. Now, I will watch this streaming series, whatever it's going to be, because I'm looking forward to The Mandalorian. And again, The Mandalorian takes place 7 years after Return of the Jedi. So that in itself is filling in a gap of time, although it's in the outer rim away from the Republic. And so, it's like those can be stories that no one, they may connect things, but it just seems like if you're following one lone, bounty hunter gunman across the galaxy, that's what you're doing, then that's okay. But I just feel like this directly will link to, the end of the series will probably be when he finally meets Jyn Erso, or like gets called to the rebellion. And but a lot of the actors that were in Rogue One, we might see more of them in this series. We could go to Jeddah more and things like that, and that could be interesting as well, as long as they just they give us new stuff, and not necessarily. I don't know. It's a creative thing. Like for me, I want new stories, fresh stuff that doesn't connect to anything, and it just seems like they're stuck in a rut where they just want to connect everything. And I get it, like Disney's looking at Marvel and seeing how all their TV shows connect. They're looking at the 20 plus films, now with the Marvels, and everything interconnects and all this kind of stuff. So I get it. I mean, I get what's going on. I just don't know if we need all that with Star Wars. But only time will tell. And I hope I fall in love with, the series. I'm pretty sure I will. Diego Luna is awesome. Love that guy. I loved him in Rogue One. I like him in other things that I've seen him in. He was in a movie with Mel Gibson not too long ago where his daughter was kidnapped, and he was really good in that. And so, it is what it is. But I'm kind of torn. I just need to see it develop and see maybe some more news comes out. Maybe when they get into production, maybe when they release the title. I don't even think they released the title. They just said he's getting a series based on, and this was from StarWars.com, picked up by the Hollywood Reporter, and then it just went viral. So look, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Either way, we're getting more Star Wars, and either way, Disney is really going to start beefing up its platform, even though they have so much content between all the Disney stuff, all the Marvel stuff, all the Star Wars stuff. It's going to be a huge moneymaker for Disney, this streaming platform. And we're seeing other people do it with their universes as well, like DC has their universe. And so it's just going to be really cool to see how it all gels together. And it's an exciting time to be a viewer, someone that is interested in all this content. So we'll see what happens. Hey, look, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and comment below what do you think, and we'll see you on the next video.